सीरियसली खत्म कर दो।
सूर्या तीन हो जाएगा। हाँ हो गया ना। कितने लोग?
They'll watch later.
है?
Not bad. नजर लगी। चुप रहे।
Okay, let's start.
It's all yours.
Hello everyone.
Mudit, you are out of frame.
Let's get into frame first.
Good one, Mudit.
एकदम चेक करिए आप ऑडिबल हो कि नहीं तो कैमरा रखा हुआ है।
यहाँ पर शो तो लोग गाली दे रहे हैं। Audible?
Okay, hello everyone. I hope we have enough people to start the AMA. First of all, I guess, Happy New Year to everyone. This is our first AMA for 2023, and I'm glad that we were able to at least do 7 or 9. This is our 11th AMA. Which AMA is this? This is I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's our 10th or 11th AMA since 2022. So I'm glad we're able to maintain that. We had few breaks, but apart from that, we've tried to come every month, and that will be our approach this year as well. That every month we will be able to do monthly AMA with everyone. To start with, I guess I want to give quick update of what's going on, and I guess the first few days of this month we spent on discussing what we are up to for this year, how 2023 in totality looks like for Drife and what we want to achieve, be it tech-wise, operationally, for DRF and roadmap as a whole. We also released that the roadmap will be released soon, so we are working to get everything together and release the roadmap. And before the roadmap gets released, I can only say that there's a lot that we are working to achieve. Obviously, this book says this is also again being way too ambitious of everything that we have brought together to achieve in this year. But I guess collectively we agree that this is the year where we go big. And that's the idea, we're going big this year and not limiting ourselves to our existence only in Bangalore, and achieving more to it and trying to get all other pillars of what Drive stands for in place this year, be it a franchisee, DRF integration, going outside India. These are the three most important things that we want to collectively achieve for this year. And there's so much excitement around, and we want to achieve so much this year. So yeah, I guess both of you want to share something or wish to start with.
So, I think the last couple of months we've been doing a lot of things on the tech side. Yeah, so last couple of months we've been doing a lot of things on the tech side. We've made a lot of upgrades on the maps, and we've done some optimizations that improve the efficiency and also reduce the costs that we bear. So that is one major upgrade that we've done. We've also added some features like scrolling, auto scrolling in the driver UI, and apart from that, we've done some minor upgrades on the SDKs that we use. We've upgraded our React Native, we have upgraded our code base for the applications, and yeah, I mean that's more or less on the user-facing side. But apart from that, we've done some things on the back end. Yeah, we've come up with a new iconography and stuff that you will see on the applications. So yeah, that's basically most of what we've done. We've been working on something that has been taking a lot of dev time, which I think we will discuss on the call. But yeah, I think that's been what we've been working on.
Okay. Particularly from past couple of months, now that we have acquired almost some 35-40% of total existing drivers in Bangalore. Now we want to catch hold of this 30-35%, which comes around 18-20K figures. All these drivers, we want to catch hold of them, try to motivate them and make them stay in the system so that they will be our promoters externally. So we stopped paying for driver acquisition a while back, but all these drivers are bringing us more drivers. Having said that, number of rides has been consistently better, and I think December has been one of our best months so far, and we only want to increase it minimum threefold this year. And Firdosh will also update you about a couple of exciting campaigns, not campaigns exactly, a couple of exciting things which we are working on. And
I guess the most important thing that we picked up in the month of December, and I guess that was also reason why we didn't come for the AMA. So we came across this thing that happened, and I guess this is something that is across India, that is visible but not visible to general public at large, that the taxi industry is bigger than the ride sharing space, and a lot of rides are still happening in a very traditional way, where there are small entrepreneurs or agents or travel agency who get a lot of ride requests, but obviously they don't use ride sharing application because they don't want to share that kind of commission, and also they don't have that kind of facility available for them to request multiple rides or get their rights fulfilled. And all of this was happening in a very traditional manner in the existing scenario, where people are using WhatsApp or Telegram to book those kind of rides. And when that problem statement came to us, we said this is something that we can pick up to not just cater to the ride sharing space, where we are giving rides to individual riders or people who are commuting, but to a larger audience who are still doing the same thing, but they are not considered as an individual rider. And that's where we started building this application, which is called Drife for Business. Now what this application does, it allows you to schedule drives not just for yourself, for different people that you want to book. So very basic example is a travel agent who keeps getting a lot of ride requests from individuals or his loyal customer, but he don't have supply side. So what he does is he used to go and talk to different people to fulfill that ride. Now those are the ride requests that they can fulfill using Drive for Business application. We launched this application this week, Monday it went live, and the response is really good. Everybody wants to get onboarded in this application because it's easy. It saves a lot of time, but for us it is a very important milestone because that makes us only application which caters to requests which are coming from unorganized market, and that market is even bigger than the ride sharing market, is what we realized when we started looking into it. And we also want to strengthen this business arm that we have now in place, which is called Drive for Business. We're just getting started. Obviously, we onboarded few agents. We started on Monday only. So we onboarded agents. They are doing sending us ride requests. We are allocating drivers. But that actually opens a bigger what do we say? Bigger avenue for us to explore and get more ride requests those are never gone to ride sharing application are the requests that we're able to cater. So for us internally, I guess both the teams were able to actually start working on it from the day one when I took this, okay, we will build something like this. Something like this would have taken a lot of time and months to build, but we were able to finish a lot in like 20 days time frame. So New Year's, when everyone was celebrating, we sat back and we started building this application, and we delivered this application, a new application. Now I know everybody will go and start searching for that application. That application is not publicly available. It's only a request application. It's only whitelisted. Agents get access to this application, and soon the idea is to add more features to this application, and thus making it live at later stages. But as of now, it's a closed application that's only an access only. So that's something that we're very proud of.
Maybe you can show the demo version of application to the community later point of time.
Yeah, we can do that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's something that makes us a really different application in our approach, an approach that not everyone is able to follow because their own restrictions, but we being able to look from the supply and demand side, from what people need and build things accordingly, gives us that advantage that we are able to deliver something which everybody wanted but nobody was building for them. And let's see how it goes.
It's very odd also because that all the big players, including everyone, including us, are fighting amongst that 1 to 2% of the cream layer.
Yes.
But what is missing is the remaining 98%, which is totally untapped.
Exactly.
And this realization actually kind of opened Firdosh's eyes better.
I guess we were always sure about the fact that we're not just want to serve the existing ride sharing business, but a bigger taxi industry as a whole. And how do we bring those people on board to our application who are not doing this technological upgrade for them because they don't want to feel controlled or don't want to share their revenue, and that's their limitation in terms of moving to a application based ride sharing application. But I guess with us, absolutely nobody questioned that, what I'm going to get, what is my margin. And there was no hesitant when we started doing this and started speaking with the travel agencies and everybody. So I guess that's in itself is a very important milestone and achievement for Drive as a whole. So yeah, that was something that we did, and
we are proud of too.
Yeah, we are proud that we have built this. I remember David, when I told this guy that we have to do this, they said like how we will do is like, okay, now we will think about how to achieve that. It was just a random commitment I gave to a driver union leader, and then we got back and started building that. But yeah, it's a very important application in itself. That an application is a very powerful application, but also it makes us more powerful in terms of who we are catering to. We're no more catering to individual riders, we're catering to a larger audience now. So yeah, that's pretty much on the update side from our side. I guess in a week, I guess next week we will be launching the roadmap for 2023 that we'll all have access to. It will be a blog and a post both that will give you more information about what we are up to and what we want to achieve in 2023.
I think we've got some questions, some random questions from a group of serious investors. I'll start reading them out and maybe you can answer them one by one. Can you give a breakdown of the current subscription packages that are live and their costs? Also, do we have a number on how many drivers are currently subscribed through Drife?
So we started charging subscription from 2nd of January. The only subscription that we have made live now is a daily subscription. Only drivers who are doing rides, they pay subscription fees and they get a deduction from the payment that has been disbursed. Just like 24 days today. And till now we have seen 2,000 plus drivers who have paid subscription. That means 2,500 drivers have done multiple rides in a day. The average subscription that we are charging is 200 rupees in INR per day from a driver. So that's what we are getting. And the count that I'm telling you is a unique count out of like how many drivers? 14,000 active drivers. We have 2,000 drivers, 2,000 plus at least 2,700 some drivers who have paid subscription in last 26 days. I guess the worry was always that when we charging subscription, we'll see drivers going away, which we haven't seen. We haven't seen uninstalls happening or drivers not taking rides or anything like that where there is a drop in terms of the number of drivers. We have not seen that. I guess drivers are also doing the rides. They do understand the money that they generate from Drive platform and they're comfortable paying the subscription. The next thing that we want to implement in this quarter is a monthly subscription, and because now drivers have started receiving scheduled rides, that's also one subscription that we will be implementing where drivers can get only scheduled rides. On the driver side, I spoke about the agent side. So basically, this whole application that we have built also opens scheduled rides for drivers. So now drivers are getting scheduled rides. where they can fulfill different scheduled rides. They're a little expensive also, so drivers are making more money on those rides. So the daily plan is already active. We are working to get monthly plans in this quarter. Let's see, month or two, towards this quarter, and other two subscription will also go live.
And they'll come with more features.
Yes.
They'll come with additional features. So, okay. I think we've answered that. Now the next one is last AMA you told the next 3 to 6 months would see a lot of use case for Drife, for DRF. Any hint on at what's coming next for DRF on the blockchain side?
So there is one thing that we have started working on is the referral money that is being generated in the Drive platform can be generated in DRF token. So people, driver and rider will start earning their referral money in DRF token, and that's an integration that we have started working on. So that's the first thing that we are putting in on the blockchain before ride and earn. We thought of doing ride and earn as first feature, but we want to change something that is already in place, which is the referral money that has been generated. So that money that they get is only in the wallet balances. So when we do it in the form of DRF, first thing, people are more motivated to do referrals, and they'll also get to have cryptocurrency in the form of DRF to explore it. So that's something that will be
going to able to sweep off that from the market. So
yeah, so what happens is basically the money that 1% referral that is generated is from the fare that a driver is paying, and that's the money that converts into DRF. So basically what we will be doing is buying DRF from the open market to actually give it to the riders and drivers for their referral money. So it's not the DRF that we will be taking from the pool that is left. It is actually the market orders that we will be executing, which also will bring volume to DRF token when we actually go and buy from the market and distribute it to both drivers and riders. Not only it brings utility to DRF, but also volume to DRF. So that's a decision that we have taken as that referral in the form of DRF is the first implementation that will be going live for DRF.
I think rest of the things can be highlighted in the plan of the year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What's next for Drive Council? Any updates on that?
The next thing that we are doing is obviously revealing the council members. So I guess the form is already out there where a council member can reveal themselves who they are. That's the first thing we want to do. The next thing is a council meetup that we are planning. So all the council members get to know each other. The idea is we have how many in council members? 28, 29 council members. So that makes us 30 council member. In next 6 months, we'll only be closing towards 50 council member, and not closing all the 200 council NFTs at once, and slowly and gradually bring them. And the idea is also to get some influential people to hold DRF council status, who can actually contribute to different aspects of what Drife is. The one aspect that we keep speaking is a metaverse. So who do we actually bring as a council member who can help us, achieve that? So those are different avenues and different streams that we're looking at, and bring those people on board to own DRF council NFT. So they also get motivated to help us to achieve different stuff. So the next is obviously revealing council members, and then first meetup. Those are the two things that we are working to achieve. And from there, I guess things goes ahead when the council members meet for the first time, speak for the first time, and then they decide what next.
There seems to be a lot of competition in Bangalore now for ride hailing. Is there any concern with that, and how is Drive matching up to the competition?
Yes, we're doing pretty well in terms of the ride request we get, and the very reason that we're a little different from others, and how the fare is calculated, the driver allocation, the experience is different, and that's what makes us also very different from any other ride sharing space. And I also spoke about how we are able to take care of not just the ride sharing space but the taxi space, and I guess that's what we're doing.
Awesome. There was an article.
And just to add to that point, talking about the Drive for business, so it totally complements. It adds more advantage for us in this competition.
There was an article about Drive not getting license approval for taxi services in Bangalore. What happened with that, and what is the status? Surya?
Like the other day when we were supposed to, there was slight delay and there was minor miscommunication between government of Karnataka as well as Drife. Hence, we are unlucky to get it on that day, but maybe around this month by February 15th, we have one more meeting and we will be closing it very soon.
So I guess that was a miscommunication, which was actually wrote like we did, the license was rejected, the license is not rejected, still in process.
Yeah.
We still have to have the next meeting, and I guess there's no worry about Metro license got rejected. We all know that they're still running their operation. That's not an issue, but very soon I guess we'll be able to get that in place. But there's no rejection.
Yeah. And also media is always assuming 100% than whatever it is.
Right. Any news or thoughts on sex listing?
No news and no thoughts on sex listing as of now.
Can you give us an update on the funding rounds? How close are we to finishing it?
I guess we already mentioned last time that we're not doing any funding round as of now, so there is no such update in terms of are we actively raising equity round? No, we are not, and we have spoken about this in the last time as well.
Has Drife considered ride sharing in Bangalore to help solve the taxi ride-hailing crisis? Users can opt for low-cost rides if they don't mind other riders being okay. So this is how ride sharing works.
Yeah.
Have you considered ride sharing?
No, because that this is a model that has been tested by others even before COVID. When people were more comfortable traveling with each other, and it didn't work. Even companies who were purely doing ride sharing have moved from ride sharing to ride hailing, and with COVID situation also people are not very comfortable. So looking at that, we are not looking to explore that. Apart from that, we're more looking into scheduled rides, rental, outstation, those features as part of our platform.
And most importantly, post-COVID world, I'm pretty sure no one is
willing to.
Okay. The ninth question is, dear team, as you're aware, in Bangalore, there are growing IT professionals and software professionals who use daily taxis for their office rides in the morning time. So they get frustrated. And does Drife have a plan to support their requirements by providing pre-booking systems?
So the scheduled ride is what we have done it with the business app. The next thing is the same thing gets implemented in Drife app as well.
In fact, a lot of agents, a lot of users that are currently using the Drive for Business is for this exact use case. So a lot of corporate bookings also come through the application. So a lot of offices and a lot of IT professionals and software professionals actually their offices actually use this to give us rides.
It's like Drive for Business, meaning travel agents, outstation, corporates, small businesses, everyone.
Is there a plan to club public transportation like Metro, Public Plus, and the app for a hybrid system?
As of now, no.
We
I guess
got
there is
couple
one
of
request. We got a request from ONTC, which is basically doing something like, giving supply together. I guess not public transport, but not public transport. We are speaking with a lot of different entities who indirectly gives ride sharing service, like flight booking, like a Make My Trip Go. I know as an example. Those people who also give cab services. So those are the integration that we are working on, but not like public transport as of now.
Although we are, as you said, we are in discussions with like flight aggregators and Skyscanner, the likes hotel. But we are also in discussion with apps that are public transportation based apps, which are looking to integrate Drive Taxi as a segment. So we are not ourselves trying to do public transport, but we are plugging into applications that provide public transport.
Not only these, but housing societies have their unique apps.
Yes.
So everywhere.
So basically, this is another thing that we are working on is getting our open APIs ready, which can be integrated by other applications and other platforms. Okay. Last question is, please provide an update on the latest franchisee plans within India and for international cities. Is the team confident that the first franchisee outside Bangalore will be launched in Q1 2023?
Not Q1 2023. I mean, there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of work in terms of legality and compliance that needs to be taken care of. And I've been through agreements. Those are like 200, 300 pages agreement. It's a complicated process, and a lot of what you're expecting in terms of franchisee will be covered in the roadmap also. So that will give you more understanding. I don't want to spoil everything today by telling what is there in the roadmap. So you need to wait for the roadmap to get released to know more what we are up to. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, the idea is obviously to go outside Bangalore and outside India this year, and we're working hard to achieve that.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all of the questions on the apps on the serious investor side. We can take up some questions from the live chat. The first question I see is, when can we expect more rider video reviews?
Drive. We did one video, I guess, is it changing life. So there was one more video that was under production. We will check the status of where do we stand with that. There's another video that was obviously work in progress. As soon as it's ready, we will release it. So
but I think a lot of this is produced by users who are using the platform and not sponsors.
Exactly. So the only one we produced ourselves was Changing Lives. The second part of Changing Life was under production. So once it is ready, you will see that as well.
Alright, so I stake my Drife in one of your pool that expires in August 2022. As of today, my wallet is not credited back with my coins. Why is my coin not refunded and when can I expect it? So, C2, the coins will not get credited to your accounts. It's a pull, not push mechanism, whereby you will have to manually go and unstake those tokens and get the rewards. If you want, you can drop me a message and I can try to help you. Otherwise, I think our community managers also are very actively helping. So I see Alfonso already mentioning that he can help you out. So just drop a message on the group and he or someone will help you. Okay. Apart from that, we've got Dario who's asking that, is the number of drivers enough to sustain operations comfortably?
In Bangalore, as of now, yes. We're not actively acquiring drivers because maximum number of drivers has already been acquired in Bangalore. So passively now through referrals, we keep getting drivers every day.
And we are very close for reaching monthly break even.
In fact, we are trying to improve the experience of those existing drivers and improve their user experience with the application and improve the efficiency of their usage rather than trying to get more drivers.
But yeah, apart from that, not just cabs, but we also started onboarding auto drivers. Auto is like tuk-tuk. In other part of the world, it's a very famous mode of commute for shorter rides in India. So that's also happening. So you see one more segment which is to book rides, and that's the fastest mode of commute in India. In Bangalore specifically, you won't get a cab, but you might, if you're lucky, you will get a auto to fulfill your ride request. So that onboarding is in process, and as soon as we reach a number that we want to have in place and roll out that segment, we will be doing that very soon.
Okay. So Blackcom says we need subtitles. I think we should get a mic.
We should improvise in how we.
Should just get a mic.
No, there is some.
Yeah, there's a
where it automatically.
Correct. So there's a noise reduction in air filter. We can apply that, or we can get. I think.
Maybe we should create a studio.
Yeah. Hopefully very soon.
Very soon we'll create a studio in our office so we can do better AMAs.
Okay. Next question is, if the pool expires. Okay, so this is the same question by C2. Okay. How many riders we have? Average rides per week this month. Average rides per week and how many riders we have?
Riders, I guess, total sign up is like 150k plus sign up. And
50k is in November.
yeah, like that's a last number that I remember. It's also about how do you calculate average riders being active in the platform. Even a ride preview is considered an active ride. If someone is coming and checking fares, I will consider.
And the question is average rides per week.
I guess on a weekly basis, there's like 7-8k.
7-8k.
8K drives that are successful, right? We get more requests too.
Okay. Now I think Situ is asking why he needs to manually unstake the tokens. There are two reasons why we've done that. One, because it's easier to implement, obviously. The second is if I were to send you the rewards from the contract itself, there has to be an oracle in place which triggers, because every action in a blockchain has to be triggered by an external agent. So that poses some costs and some technical hurdles. And another reason is, if I were to send you a transaction where I send you your coins, if your contract from where you stake, if that rejects the deposit, then my entire transaction reverts. So not just you, but nobody would get their reward. So this is why, to prevent such malicious attacks, we've done this. Okay. When can we expect DRS taker to get a piece of the company revenues?
So that comes with the franchisee staking, and Bangalore is the franchisee staking that we're working on. And I guess with the first council NFT meeting, that is the first discussion that we also pick up with the franchisee staking. There are a lot of open questions that we have that we want to discuss with the council member, and that's the first topic that we pick up for council also, which is franchisee staking for Bangalore. As soon as we have all the pieces together, that's when you will be able to get that piece.
Awesome. So I think that is all of the questions.
That's it.
Yeah, short and
Cool, okay. Thank you everyone who joined us today on this AMA, and everyone else who will watch it later. And we are very hopeful for this year. I'm sure every one of you is also very hopeful about what we can achieve. I guess 2022 was a year where we struggled, we survived, learned, struggled, and survived. It was a very complicated year, not for us, but for everyone in the crypto space, or in the world as a whole. Like, a lot collapsed, and we personally don't want to see something like that happening in 2023, and we wish that everything stays in 2022. And from here we just grow and go big is what we want to do. And as you have supported us last year, we want the same kind of love and support, so we can grow, and when we grow, you grow with us together. So thank you, and soon you will see 2023 roadmap. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.